Early in the 17th century, a group of people called the Pilgrims wanted to reform and purify England's churches. As a result of their efforts, they were persecuted. So they sailed to the Netherlands, also known as Holland, seeking religious freedom. After 12 years in Holland, where they struggled to make a living and felt threatened by the permissive Dutch society, the Pilgrims decided to seek refuge in a place where they could create a society that matched their religious ideals. In exchange for 7 years of work, the Puritans persuaded a London stock company to finance their journey to the New World. In September 1620, 102 passengers set sail from Plymouth, England, on a ship called the Mayflower. The journey took 65 days and was filled with much difficulty. Bad storms weakened the ship and caused many leaks. Many passengers were cold and damp for much of the journey, and others were concerned that they wouldn't even survive. Though many were sick and one person died, they did make it. On December 11, 1620, the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock and began to explore the surrounding area for a suitable place to build their colony. They chose Plymouth because it had an excellent harbor and a large brook in which to catch fish to eat. While living on the Mayflower and ferrying back and forth to land, the Pilgrims built their houses and barns. Construction was hindered by exceptionally heavy snow and intense cold, but the settlement was completed in late March 1621. Their success was dampened by great sorrow. Nearly half of their original group died that first winter. Besides survival, the Pilgrims were concerned that the Native American Indians would attack them. To their surprise, an Indian named Samoset walked right into the colony and welcomed them in broken English. Samoset was from an Indian tribe in Maine and had picked up a few English words from the fishermen who came into the harbors there. He told them also of another Indian named Squanto, a native of that place who had been in England and could speak better English than he. The Pilgrims used the opportunity to negotiate a peace treaty and to establish trading relations. Squanto's importance to the Pilgrims was enormous, and it can be said that they would not have survived without his help. It was Squanto who taught the Pilgrims how to tap the maple trees for sap, how to plant Indian corn and other crops, and how to tell which plants were poisonous and which could be used as medicine. As a result, they had a bountiful harvest that provided food for the coming winter. The Pilgrims had much to celebrate. Although nearly half of their people died, they had successfully built homes in the wilderness, raised enough crops to keep them alive during the long coming winter, and they were at peace with their Indian neighbors. It was time to give thanks. The Pilgrim governor, William Bradford, proclaimed a day of thanksgiving to God for helping them survive the brutal winter. They invited Squanto and the other Indians to join them in their celebration. Their chief, Massasoit, and 90 braves came to the celebration, which lasted for 3 days. Two years later, the colony suffered a drought, and Governor Bradford ordered a day of fasting and prayer. It is reported that soon afterward it began to rain. To celebrate God's answer to prayer, November 29th was proclaimed a day of thanksgiving. This date is believed to be the beginning of the present-day Thanksgiving Day, which is held on the fourth Thursday of November. The custom of an annual Thanksgiving celebration held after the harvest continued, but it became a national observance under Presidents George Washington in 1789 and Abraham Lincoln in 1863. Only after Lincoln did Thanksgiving become an annual observance. Thanksgiving weekend has become one of the busiest travel periods of the year because it is a 4 to 5 day vacation for many schools and some businesses. It has also become the beginning of the Christmas buying season. Many people today observe the holiday by watching professional football games, Thanksgiving TV programs, and the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade held in New York City. Thanksgiving is a time when families gather and enjoy time together. Many families give thanks to God for His goodness and faithfulness to them. Regardless of one's religious beliefs, most families will share a large meal together of turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes with gravy, sweet potatoes, cranberry sauce, sweet corn, and pumpkin pie. Afterwards, family members may share what they are thankful for from that year. What are some things you are thankful for?